Easter's in full bloom at Whole Foods Market with great deals on spiral cut bone-in ham and leg of lamb, both crowd pleasers. Round out your spread with quiche, deviled eggs, and delicious catering platters from Prepared Foods. Oh, and remember to pick up a Whole Foods Market bunny cake from the bakery. Strapped for time? They cater too, with delicious options available without the effort. Find hundreds of Easter deals and delights now at Whole Foods Market.
Hello and welcome to Bytes of Health, where we hope to take a bite out of your parent worries each day with sound advice and guidance. Every morning, we'll answer a commonly asked pediatric question in 5 minutes or less. I'm Dr. Jess Steier, a public health scientist, and today I'm joined by a guest pediatrician bestie, Dr. Nicole Keller, a board-certified pediatrician based in a suburban rural community outside of Chicago. Nicole believes in guiding her young patients toward living a healthy lifestyle through incorporating a family approach to making optimal screening, immunization, nutritional, and activity choices. Today, we are going to talk about GMOs, genetically modified organisms. The clock is ticking, so let's get to it. All right, Nicole. So why alter our food's genetics in the first place?
Yeah, great question. So this technology actually helps us tweak crops to help ensure our food quantity, how much we can produce, help produce more food with less resources, and also help protect against food losses. You can also tweak the genes of a crop to help boost nutrition of our food ingredients. All of this can help ensure our safe and ample food supply.
And maybe just a little fun fact I want to insert here, not directly related to foods, but I don't think most folks realize that actually the first FDA-approved GMO was insulin, which I thought was really cool. And obviously, we know that insulin has saved millions of lives. All right. So, Nicole, is altering genes of our food products safe?
So in short, yes. And as you mentioned, insulin was the first kind of publicly used GMO product back in the 70s. And since then, we've continued to research and learn more about this really wonderful technology. Genetic engineering is done with precision to find an exact trait we're hoping to improve on a crop or medication, like you mentioned with insulin. Testing is done to make sure it doesn't have any unexpected effects to those consuming it or the environment surrounding us. We've been using genetic modification for medications like insulin, like we mentioned, for decades, and for crops for over 30 years safely.
All right. So are GMOs sprayed with more pesticides than non-GMOs?
Great question. And I know this is a concern for many people in the public. There are GMO crops that are meant to withstand pesticide exposure, while the weeds around them are targeted. But by precisely targeting the weeds effectively, this allows farmers to use less pesticides overall to keep their crops safe. And the pesticides that are used are also very rigorously tested before they're allowed to be used for the public, and made sure that we can use them in prescribed amounts to ensure safety for the soil, the environment, and again, the foods that are produced.
All right. So let's talk residues. Are there more pesticide residues on GMO foods?
So all our foods are routinely tested for pesticide residues by the Pesticide Data Program run by the USDA. This program actually routinely shows that pesticide residues on foods are minuscule and not harmful to our health or our kids' health. Even with the advent and frequent use of GMOs and the pesticides used on them to target the weeds of the crop, we are still not ingesting a harmful volume of pesticide residues.
And if parents are concerned, of course, you can, simply wash your produce, and that will get rid of even those minuscule amounts of pesticide residue that might be present.
Absolutely.
All right. Non-GMO labels are on so many things. How many GMOs are there?
There are currently only 11 approved GMO crops or food ingredients in the U.S. The labels on our foods that signify a non-GMO status often do not even have a GMO version available.
All right. Well, I learned something. We hope you learned something, and we have lots more to share. Special thanks to Dr. Nicole Keller for sharing her expertise with us today. You can get your Bite of Health every day, Monday through Friday. If you like what you've heard here, let us know. Leave us a review on Apple and be sure to tell your friends. Be sure also to follow us on Instagram at Bytes of Health Pod. That's Bytes with a Y. Remember, there is no single or best way to parent. Parenting is a journey, and we are all just doing our very best. We wish you happy, healthy, and stress-free parenting.